Hey Ellie, thank you for joining me for an interview.
Oh, no worries. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the show.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Can you tell us a bit about the Red Room and how you came up with it?
Yeah, so the writer's actually my sister, and we've worked together on a few different projects before, but we're both avid horror fans, and we love gothic horror in particular. We love like M.R. James, writers like that. So we knew we wanted to adapt a story like that to bring to the Fringe. And we were just kind of looking for one that would work in quite a small space, because obviously the space is tiny. And so when we were reading through all these different short stories, and then we came across the Red Room, and because it's very claustrophobic and it sort of all takes place in one room, we thought that's perfect. Yeah. So yeah, that's how we kind of landed on that story.
Right. Were you a fan of H.G. Wells before that?
Yeah, I was, but I kind of associated him more with sci-fi. Okay. Didn't realise that he wrote horror. And yeah, he's great at it as well as sci-fi.
Was it difficult to adapt this show? Because obviously it was Victorian age, isn't it? The original novel. Yeah. Is it quite difficult adapting it for a modern audience at the Fringe?
I think so, yeah. I think so because, you can very much tell when you read the original that the story's set, quite a long time ago. But we kind of made the decision to keep the language the same, but just update the setting. So with the modern torch instead of a candle, and things like that. And actually, the language is so beautiful, and I think the theme of fear is just so timeless that it kind of works. It doesn't really matter when you set it,
Yeah, you mentioned about the venue. It's obviously, as you said, very small. Is that quite good for the show, though?
Yeah.
In terms of a big venue, it might be quite hard to get properly involved with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get the audience involved with what's happening.
Absolutely, because it's storytelling and it's very, like I say, claustrophobic. You want the audience to feel like they're in the Red Room with the narrator. So it works to have the audience really close, and I can look into everybody's eyes as I'm talking. And we actually did the preview for it last year in a bigger venue, and I had to sort of shout that much more, and I couldn't see people's faces because the lights were just on me. And so it was kind of difficult, but this venue is absolutely perfect. And of course you've got the chandelier and the wood panelled walls and stuff, so it couldn't be more ideal, really.
Yeah. I find the effects really good as well, like the sound effects and the lighting changes.
Yeah.
Was that quite difficult to decide how to come up with what effects you're using? Or?
Yeah, because I think it's a thin line, because you don't want to make it too reliant on effects, but I think I'm glad to hear you say that, because hopefully we got the balance right of just enough music to kind of set the scene, a few sound effects here and there. But yeah, it's quite tricky knowing how much is enough and how much is too much.
And you mentioned seeing how the audience react. Does that change how you perform each show depending on how the audience is reacting at all?
Yeah, it can do for sure, because some people are very just engrossed and very serious. And then I had audiences last year who were laughing quite a lot and kind of getting into the more dark humour side of it. And so you can kind of play those elements up a little bit more. And seeing people's faces, it does make it that much easier to kind of read their reactions.
Yeah, and you're the only person in it. Is it difficult to play multiple characters by yourself, or remember all the lines even? Is that difficult at all?
It can be. I mean, once the lines are in, it becomes like muscle memory. But yeah, playing the multiple characters, that's kind of why I came up with the idea of the scarf, because I thought I need something to indicate these shifts into different characters. But it's actually quite fun playing different characters in one show. Yeah.
And you've got another show that I'm seeing tomorrow, Tom Hiccup's Well.
Yeah.
What can audiences expect from that?
So it's a very different vibe. It's completely original story, so it's not adapted from anything. I would describe it as like a dark folk tale or a dark fairy tale. It's set in the Derbyshire Peak District, and it's about a nature spirit, Tom Hiccup, who exacts vengeance on a very nasty character. And it's kind of all to do with nature, power of nature, it's just a good folk yarn is how I would describe it.
Okay. Do you prefer doing that when you come up with the idea, come up with the full story, rather than doing an adaptation?
Yeah, I mean, I think it gives you a lot more creative freedom, and bringing Tom Hiccup's Well this year, I'm kind of enjoying the kind of split of the two, because they're similar because they're both horror storytelling shows, but this one, The Red Room, is very classic, as you say, adapted from a classic author. But I like the fact that people aren't going to know what to expect at all with Tom Hiccup, and it's just completely new, and we're just telling a new story. So yeah.
Okay. Is it a similar format with you playing multiple characters?
Yes. Yeah. So I play the storyteller is kind of a character in herself, like this one, but then I play the other characters as well.
What about the sound effects? Is it similar? Does it sort of drive the narrative a bit?
I would say more so. So we've got music, a lot more music in Tom Hiccup as well, and the music's almost another character in the show. It's really beautiful soundtrack, and it really kind of sets the mood and comes in at key moments and stuff. So yeah.